Hey everybody, Sidewinder here with Static Impulse Gaming, and it's Friday, so we're playing World of Warships. Today I'm in my Tier 4 German battleship, the Kaiser, and we're on the map Solomon Islands. Now the Kaiser has 5 turrets with 2 guns each at 305mm, and they can go out to 13.3 kilometers stock. And the only upgrade I have on it right now is the upgraded hull. I'm trying to get the Koenig unlocked, and I did that to get some better anti-aircraft guns, because I have been running into a lot more aircraft carriers in my rounds lately. They are ranged a little bit different than the predecessor, the NASA. There's 2 on the back and 1 on the front, and then the 2 in the center are kind of offset of each other. One's actually on the left side and the other one's on the right side, but they are offset enough. If you are perfectly broadside, you can get all 5 turrets on the same target at the same time. Not recommended, because you're giving up your armor angling at that point, but it is possible. And I usually end up using it. For instance, if I'm making a turn and all my turrets are turned that way already, I'll fire that one as it passes over the target as I'm turning past it. It does have really good secondaries, just like its predecessor also. It has 4x2 of the 88mm high explosive secondary turrets, and it has 14x1 of the 150mm armor piercing turrets. They both go out to 4.5 kilometers, which is actually a full kilometer more than the American and Japanese counterparts, the Miyoki and Wyoming. And it does have some pretty good anti-aircraft guns. On the upgraded hull here, they go all the way out to 4 kilometers, and they do the full amount of damage at 2. We are heading out to Alpha, as you can see right now. There's actually 2 cruisers, St. Louis in front of me, and I believe it's a Phoenix behind me. And then I believe it's there's two other battleships behind me right now, and so I was letting the St. Louis around this corner first in case there is a destroyer over there. He'll be able to find the destroyer, and he should be able to outmaneuver the torpedoes, whereas with the Kaiser here, it does turn very slowly. So I took my first shot, well, I think it was actually my second shot there at the other Phoenix, because he was broadside to me, and I'm actually very close to this one, and he turned broadside. I waited for him to finish turning broadside to take my shot there, and now I'm realizing that I am probably further forward than I actually want to be. So I'm starting my turn to go ahead and head back a little bit until we can thin out the herd here. Unfortunately, that Phoenix stays broadside to me, so I can't really pass up that kill right there. 2 citadels and a kill on that salvo. I did pay for it a little bit. Took about 7,000 damage from that salvo that I just received, but I was pretty happy with the trade-off there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start focusing on this Wyoming while I'm turning around. And you'll see here in a second, I wasn't actually aware how close I was to the edge of the map, which I find out here pretty quickly. I had kind of a tunnel vision. I was looking around as I zoomed out for the other ships, but I was not paying as much attention to my surroundings here. And I was turning back a little bit to get more guns on that Wyoming. Now I ran into the side of the map, so I'm trying to make my turn, and I see the torpedo indicator from a friendly ship, and I also see a Wyoming coming straight at me, so I am hoping not to get hit by either of those. And as I start my turn back, the Wyoming's starting his turn into me, and the Phoenix is over there, so I can't keep going straight along the edge. And the Phoenix started his turn into me, so I am just trying to get out of there and get a shot off on this Wyoming and somehow angle my armor again. Luckily that shot got through and I got the kill. I do just have damage control 1 and repair 1 on this ship. I popped my repair just a minute ago because I had a decent amount that I could repair, and as always I selected that destroyer for my secondaries so they could open up on him, which again the secondaries in this ship are actually pretty good, and it only took 1 salvo to take out the destroyer. So I am turning back in. Now there's only 3 ships over there, and that's a much more manageable number. Plus, we don't have any of the points right now, and we really need to take something. And since that Phoenix turned broadside to me, I am going to try and take him out. I will, especially if I see an easy target like that, I will take on the cruisers first, because it takes guns out of the battle. And the more guns you can take out, the less damage the enemy team can do. So I select him with my secondaries. Again, they're opening up and they are doing amazing here. And he is starting to turn broadside to me. And I was getting a little worried here because he does have torpedoes, and I'm assuming that's what he's going for. Luckily I got my guns on him just in time and got that Citadel and the kill right there. I do have the basic firing training for my commander skill, which gives me minus 10% to the reload time for my secondaries, and it also gives plus 10% to damage per second on the anti-aircraft guns, but that really doesn't do anything in this round. I have expert marksman, which gives me a plus 0.7 degrees per second turret traverse speed, which does do quite a bit, especially on a slow ship like the Kaiser here. And I also, once I retrained my commander on the Kaiser, I went ahead and got the vigilance, which gives you plus 25% to your torpedo acquisition range. Right now I'm focusing on this NASA. He's got, well, he wasn't focused on me when that Phoenix was over there, so I was being able to shoot at him just free, and I was kind of staying broadside to him and keeping my my armor angled towards the other battleship. But he turned into me and started firing at me. Luckily I didn't take too much damage, and I was able to take him out and get the Kraken right there. Now that he's gone, on this side of the map we just have the Kaiser left. And I saw him getting ready to fire, so I decided to turn back into him a little bit to hopefully negate some of that damage, because I don't have much left to give. And now I am turning, one, to head away from him and angle my armor the other way, but also to stay within this cap, because our team really needs the points right now. We are in dire need of points. I was able to pop another repair, which is going to bring me back up to think it's about 5 or 6,000 HP. And he is broadside to me, so I'm just whenever I get a chance, I'm firing, and when I'm not firing, I'm kind of zigzagging a little bit back and forth, keeping my armor as angled as I can. And now that my guns are reloaded, I turn in to where I can fire them. And now I'm turning back away to angle my armor before he can fire. And he's already got me down to 2,600 HP, so I really can't take any broadside hits right now. And I'm down to 1,800 now. One tactic that's a lot of fun with the German battleships is to kind of get close to your enemy, especially if they're not another German battleship, and use your secondaries, because you do have a full kilometer on other battleships, so it's just extra damage that you can do while you're firing and waiting for your main guns to reload. It would not have worked in this situation because, again, he is a German battleship and he has the same guns I do. Luckily, my team was able to get him down to, like, I think it was 2,000 HP before that last salvo there. I was down to 161, and I still had 30 seconds left on my repair, so there was no way I would have survived another salvo from him. He got a little upset over that, so I did offer some advice to make sure he's angling himself a little better next time. That would have, he probably would have survived had he angled his armor a little better. And actually, since he was firing at me, it probably would have been better for him to use HP or HE rounds at that point. But I got my last repair before the last of the enemy ships unveiled themselves behind that island there. So I popped it, and it brought me all the way back up to 6,000 HP. And I was hoping to get a citadel on that Kohlberg right there, because the faster we can get any of the ships out, the less guns they have. And my hope was at this point to single out the ships and get them out of there before backup could make it to help them out. Unfortunately, that did not happen. As you can see, they now have us from two sides, and no matter which way we really try and angle, one of them's going to have a shot on us broadside. So there's not much we can do except just keep firing at this point. And I knew I was going to die on whatever shot hit me next, so I just kept firing what I had. Fortunately enough, that gave me the high caliber right there. Unfortunately, the Phoenix just got taken out right after I died, so the last thing we have is a Kaiser, and it is now a 5-on-1 match, and he is facing, there's 2 cruisers, destroyer, and then 2 battleships left, and no matter which way he turns, he's not really gonna be able to stop them from hitting him. So he's just continuing to fire on the enemy Kaiser over there, and I'll give him one thing, he almost takes him out. Got really good penetration on that last salvo right there, and he's making a turn as he hits him with another good penetrating shot. Unfortunately, the Kaiser gets off a better shot and takes him out right there. So, all in all, not too bad of a round. I mean, we did lose, and as I looked at the score at the end of the match, it looks like there was only 2 of us that actually had any kills. I had 6 of them, and there was a Phoenix, I believe, that had 1 kill. But I can tell there's probably a decent amount of people on the team that had pretty good damage in that round too, because especially on our side, there was a lot of damage dealt to those ships that I didn't do. Anyways, I did get 103,964 damage. I had 72 hits, 1 incapacitation, 6 kills, 3 citadels, 1 assisted capture, 11 secondary hits, and I got Confederate, Unleash the Kraken, Devastating Strike, and High Caliber for that round. Unfortunately, because we lost, I only got 922 base XP, which would have been much higher had we won. But I did have a lot of fun in that round, and I thought, all in all, it wasn't too bad. Anyways, as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.